Hello everybody and welcome to a review of the first Harry Potter game, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So this is a game that I know well from way back actually when I was little, because it was a game that we played. Actually the first Harry Potter games, I think for me until the fourth one, are actually pretty good games and they are actually pretty fun. They focus a lot on just exploring, well, the world of say Harry Potter. They focus on the movie a lot and the story follows along the story of the movie. Everything is just a bit different, the voice actors are different, and well, the castle in the first one especially is a lot different because it's a lot smaller.
If you bring us, we'll be in the Gryffindor common room, which is through the portrait of the fat lady. See you around, Harry.
The game has a really good amount of secrets and just hidden stuff all over the game. There's also quite a bit of collectibles, and throughout the franchise there are more collectibles to collect. In the first one you can collect these wizard cards that are big with one right here, and you can get these beans. Basically these collectibles give you some extras. You also learn a variety of spells throughout the game. In the beginning you don't really have any spells, but the more you play, the more spells you get.
Hey Harry! Remember me? Ron Weasley? That slimy I think it was your
The game is in a lot of ways pretty scripted. You got your ways to go, and while you can explore a bit of the castle, there is not really... You can't really explore all the areas. A lot of areas are locked until you actually get farther into the game. Right now I'm actually still in the beginning of the game, and this is just sort of the tutorial because I don't want to spoil a lot about the game. The game takes around 4 to 5 hours to complete, and that isn't that long. And when you do that, you mostly have a lot of content already done. You probably have all the collected all the beans, maybe not the cards because some of them are hidden. But for the rest you have a lot of it.
To jump.
The thing that I really like in this game is actually the exploration. It's just fun, and really the soundtrack and everything fits, and it feels like you're just playing in the movie. Well, it is still a game, so there are still some differences, but still. Or maybe in the books you can also say that. What I really like also is the jumping. The jumping in this game, well, it's automatic. This is really nice because it makes the jumping just pretty easy. What is nice, because you don't really have to worry about a lot of things. Some games have really bad jumping controls on the PlayStation 1, but this game does not. Jumping feels just smooth and pretty fluid. Basically you just walk to the edge and he jumps, and that is very nice.
Hello Harry, look, if
There
you want to look
are a variety of characters that you will meet through the game, what is also very cool. Because the thing is, if you like the movies and you're playing this game, you will meet a lot of these characters. And this is really great about it. It just feels also well done. Personally, my favorite of the games is probably the third one or the second one. The first one is a lot shorter than the other Harry Potter games in my opinion, and it has a lot less going for it. The combat is pretty easy because you only have one spell to actually damage enemies, and some other spells, well, that have some quick time events with them. And this game has some quick time events in them. Say when you are in a class learning a spell, you need to just press the buttons in like a sequence, and that can sometimes be frustrating, at least in the beginning, because I didn't really know the rhythm of it. But after a while I learned that and it was easy, and this game is not difficult at all. That's the first thing. There is really nothing that really is difficult in it.
Flipendo!
You can use your
Flipendo!
So this game does follow, you know, like from the old DualShock controller, meaning that you can't actually use the analog sticks, and you can't you move the camera around with the like the bumper buttons. So that's a bit different. But I don't really care about that much. Like, it does work, although I'm not a fan of the D-pad. It does, after a while, you know, my hands get a bit like tired from it. Then you got these books
press
here
the triangle button. You can
explaining,
also
you know, a bit of
see what
things.
you can.
So you can indeed look around like this. Your health doesn't regenerate, you actually need to pick
Things
up
that we-
things like
this
there are
is a-
potions
it's a
that you can
movie.
pick up to heal you, and you can also pick up these chocolate frogs.
Flipendo!
So here we got this. We don't really need to collect the feather, I think. So there's a frog there because there's a little secret there, but I don't actually remember how to get there. Oh. So you also got this point system, and I don't really know if the points really matter because a lot of times I just lose, and then at the ending I just get like 50 more points. So I don't really know that. But this point system is pretty nice if you ask me. It's basically it's ongoing in the games. Basically you get points for doing some things and killing enemies, but also finding some secrets and everything. And the other opposing teams also get points. And the thing is you need to get the most points. In the first couple of times I played this game, or the sort of the beginning and like the middle half, I always win, but after a while I actually lose because I don't know why, but I do like most things and I still lose. This game also has some things with actually timing in them, so you got parts where you say you need to go to a lesson and you need to be pretty quick to do it. What I a lot of times fail because I always fail the jumping. The jumping isn't difficult in this game, but you gotta learn a bit about it.
Well, you've made it a tool to cast a...
So say flipendo, you can actually charge it up like you see here. So you can do a normal one and you can charge it up. It basically matters in how much damage you do, but also to move these blocks you actually need to do like a charged one. So basically this is what most of the game is. You basically complete these rooms
I'm
and you
never
get
long
something.
bottom. Now I'm trapped by the. I've lost my
That's
wand.
pretty
Use the
nice.
R1.
You also got the...
Flipendo!
I don't actually remember what the name is in English, but like the one with the boomstick.
Flipendo!
Oh my god, that I don't remember, but that is a real fail of me, but you do have that one, and that controls really well in this game. The second one I hated it
Flipendo!
because I don't think it controls well. But in this game it does control well, and the sound
Lever is
when you're doing like some of these things is just great.
There.
Oh yeah, I remember it's called Quidditch. I forgot that. It's pretty stupid, but so in the beginning there were not that many secrets that you can actually find, and there's not that much going on, but later on you will find beans in the level in hidden areas and just a lot of hidden things. You can also go outside the castle where there are some things. There are also some boss battles in the game. They are not that difficult, but they more have always a sort of gimmick on how to beat them.
I charge Flipendo. No, keep the cross.
So we gotta open this thing here, right?
Flipendo!
I mean, a lot of things simply get explained, and I don't think it's a difficult game. It's also a really short game. That's pretty, that's pretty okay. I don't really mind that much. Like the later games just are a bit longer, but most of all they add much more collectibles in it and everything. And I'm probably going to go, review this
I see you
whole
wrist.
franchise,
Hi.
but I don't really
Nice
know
to meet
because
you.
like
Come on, Harry.
you have like I think it's the 6 and the 7 like games. You don't have them, I think, on the PlayStation 2, because the newer ones are on the PlayStation 2. Well, yeah, you got like the second game from the second movie or book, whatever you want to know. You get for the PlayStation 1, but you also have it for
I'll
this.
show you where the
Also
fly
have
list-
for the PlayStation 2, and I don't own the PlayStation. The second game on the PlayStation 1, I do own it on the PlayStation 2, and I own until the fifth one. I do own these, but the next
Here's the
one,
doorway.
like
I'm still
on
waiting.
the how is it called? Like on the say the Xbox and the PlayStation, I think they release. I don't think they are on PC, but I will look it up because maybe I can
Madam
get them on
Hooch,
PC.
there is a house
But
Stay your brew first.
I don't have these ones, so I probably can't review them. And these are not very like good games, like at least what I heard from them. I'm not completely sure because you know, there are some things that I don't check on these games because I really like that they are sort of shooter games or something. Like the thing what I like, it's not the combat and everything. It's
Excellent tech.
what I like about it is
The
it's
next
just the
test. Fly
exploration
through
in
it.
it. It's so
Ready,
cool
Potter?
and it fits perfectly. And that's something that I think is really nice about it. Honestly, I think the first one is just a great start into it, and the second one really improves on a lot of aspects. Although I think Village is worse than the second one, but for the rest, like Village, you know, it controls pretty good. But you gotta, you know, I think learn it a bit because there are some things that are just pretty difficult in it. Like it's not, you know, it's not like you control it the best. So I think this, yeah, we have to go to here. And then let's actually get the bean. Here. So, and then there's the next one. You got a lot of these mini games. You also go to like the
Ready for a tougher
town.
challenge?
I don't know. I don't know. Like not
Fly
not
through
like
it on my
school.
whistle.
Where you get like this minecart mini game. That is a mini game that I can never complete. I'm actually honest, I'm so bad at that game. Game that I always get my sister to complete it. Oh shit. But that's how bad I am at it. I don't know why. You probably can beat it. It's not that difficult, but I find it difficult. But I think in general it's not the most difficult mini game. Oh my god. I'm doing really bad, but I don't think I ever complete this one. Maybe I actually do, I don't remember. The biggest thing is that you have to control with the D-pad, what I don't really like. But overall, I actually think this is a great game, and I think it really starts the franchise off good.
Well done, Potter.
And like you can
You've
see, you know,
mastered.
that it's
Now run along.
it's a pretty, like you can see that it, you know, it's a pretty aged game. Like the facial models and everything. Well, they don't look good, but I
Hi,
think
Harry.
that
No,
honestly,
I am
like they
not.
look a bit weird.
Hello, Harry. She's rather...
But overall, I think this game still looks pretty decent. Like, I mean, there are absolutely games that look worse on the PlayStation 1. So right, so we can actually go here and, you know, pick these beans up. So these, you get these books. This is the last thing I'm going to say. You get these books. Here you can save the game. And you will probably actually see when I save the game. Well, when I load it up again. Like I already got like 10%, so you know, you get a lot of it. You get a lot of it pretty quickly. But I don't think that's awful. Like, I think that if it was longer, I would probably get a bit bored on it because later on, you know, it would mean they needed to add more spells and everything, and that they don't. Because in this game it works very different than the second one in some ways. Because you only like, you can't choose when to use a spell. Basically, certain enemies, you know, you will automatically use a spell like that. So that's simply how it works, and it simply, you know, moves over like the story of the book, just a bit shorter, but it does move over it, and you know, you get some pretty cool parts from the book, but it's pretty nice. So I personally really like this game, and it's something that just for me is, you know, it's a bit of my childhood. So I really think it's a great game. Even then, like even without that, like I just think that the mechanics in it are great, and you know, it's just a very nice like exploration game. And I think that back in the day it was just cool exploring the castle, and it still is right now. Like I think it's just fun. So I'm going to probably go over the next game in another video. Well, that's the second one, so I see you next time then.